Elon Musk is considered the Benjamin Franklin of our time. Now, many of you may not know what Benjamin Franklin did to earn his face on the $100 bill, but he was an incredible innovator and inventor. He solved many of the world's common problems with those inventions. These are things like he harnessed electricity, and he invented bifocal glasses and many, many other things. So what did Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter reveal to us regular folks? Watch and learn. Everybody knows by now that Elon Musk purchased Twitter for a whopping $44 billion. And that is a ton of money even for the world's richest man. Now, as the old saying goes, cash is king, right? Well, let's take a closer look at how he did this. Do the rich keep getting richer by using cash when they invest?
Okay, so I found this article in Forbes discussing the Twitter purchase. It says Musk, in the second paragraph, it says Musk assembled $46.5 billion to fund his Twitter takeover with his own assets backing, keyword backing, 2/3 of that amount. Musk's portion includes a giant $12.5 billion margin loan secured by his equity stake in Tesla. The remainder comes from bank financing secured by Twitter's own assets.
We all discovered this element of physics when we were kids on a seesaw. Archimedes said, "Give me a place to stand and a lever long enough and I will move the world." The key word there is lever, and it's the root of the word leverage. And in the financial world, leverage is debt. Elon Musk leveraged his Twitter stock, and then he got a loan from Twitter to buy Twitter. Now, how does this apply to you and me as normal folks, you might ask? So let's say you're looking to purchase a $400,000 home, and you just sold your home and you netted $100,000, or let's say you had $100,000 in an investment. Now, a lot of people take that $100,000 and they bring it to the closing table as part of their down payment because their primary focus is to have a lower monthly payment and also to eliminate PMI. Pretty good strategy, right? But is it the best strategy if your goal is to maximize your total net worth over the long term? Okay, so you've got this $100,000 you would like to invest either in your home or elsewhere. Let's look at 3 options how your money can multitask for you. In this example, we're going to assume that your home's value will appreciate at a rate of 4% per year. Now, that's a national average over a long period of time. We all know right now home values are appreciating much faster than that, but we're just going to use 4%. The other assumption is that your financial planner that you would pick would be able to get you a return on your investment of 7% per year. Now, that's not a crazy number. Any good financial planner will hit that number, or mostly they will exceed it. Now, how much of a return are you going to get on any amount that you bring as a down payment to the closing table on your home? Over time, how much are you going to earn on that money? 0. Once you invest that money in your home, that becomes part of your home's equity, and it doesn't give you a return in and of itself. There are 2 ways that you build equity in your home. The first is the most powerful in most cases, which is market appreciation. Now, the 4% appreciation over time is how equity builds in your home over time. The second way is when you make your monthly mortgage payment, a portion of that payment goes to the bank in interest, and that's how they make their money, and they make a lot of money. And then another portion goes toward your principal. It reduces the amount of principal in your home. It's like paying yourself back, and it builds over time in the area of your equity.
All right, so what we've got here is a demonstration of all of the different numbers under 4 different scenarios. Now, there are endless scenarios we could go through with all of this, but in this particular case, all we're going to focus on is what we've been talking about so far, is a sales price of $400,000 and you have $100,000 to work with. What are you going to do with that money? In column number 1, we're going to show how you can multitask with that money by only having a loan amount of $388,000, which is really a down payment of only 3% or $12,000. That's a very low number when you're buying a $400,000 home, but just stay with me. What are you going to do with the rest of that money? That'd be $88,000 that you haven't done anything with. So we'll come back to that in just a minute, but I just want to show you the differences in each of these different scenarios. The second column is where you take the $100,000 and you bring it to the closing table. So your loan amount is $300,000 and you're bringing that $100,000 to the closing table.
Now, I know there aren't any closing costs here, but I don't want to focus in on the small things. I want us to focus on the big picture, the same way that wealthy people do, and I want to show you how you can leverage your money.
The third column is back to only a $12,000 amount that you bring to the closing table, but what you're also going to do, and I'm going to show you in a minute, is you're going to take $50,000 of your $100,000 and pay off debt. Let's say you have a couple of car notes and other credit cards, and your total monthly payments on those debts in the third column is $1,000 a month. And we're going to show you what's going to happen if you invest that $1,000 a month after you pay the balances off on those debts. And in the fourth column is if you either continue to rent or you decide after you sell your home and net $100,000 to start renting because you're unsure of the market. And those numbers are considerably different, but we're going to show that the amount of rent you pay every month is $2,500. Now, look at the net worth graph in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, you've got two colors. The green is the equity in your home, and the orange is how much your liquid asset that you invested has grown over time, over 5 years in this example. So in 5 years, your home has gone from $400,000 in value to $486,000. So you've got almost $87,000 in equity that the market has created for you. You've paid down your loan balance from $388,000 to $356,000, and your investment of $88,000 in 5 years at the 7% appreciation has grown to $125,000 almost. So your total net worth in 5 years in column 1 would be $255,000. Not so bad. The second column, when you put all the money down, obviously your home value is going to stay the same. Your loan balance is much lower because you brought a lot more to the table. You've got 7% return on your investment, but guess what? You've got zero invested. So the impact of that is your net worth is $211,000. So there's about a $44,000 difference between these two numbers. Now over here in column number 3, obviously home value is the same. Loan balance is the same. Now look at the investment balance. Remember, you are paying an extra $1,000 a month to your financial planner in this scenario. You've paid off that other debt that you had with a balance of $50,000. In only 5 years, your investment balance has caught up to where it would have been had in scenario number 1. So in 5 short years, you've caught back up after paying off that debt. And your total net worth is about the same in column number 1 at almost $256,000. Now in option number 4, where you're renting, well, you've got an investment balance of $141,000, but you don't have any home value or there's no equity in a home because you don't own a home. So all you have is what was in your investment account that was compounding at 7% per year. So your total net worth is $141,000 in this case. So that's $111,000 less than columns 1 and 3. So those are some pretty impressive numbers.
Let's take a look at what happens to your net worth over time when we increase it from 5 years to 10 years.
Now, let's go look at this graph. You'll see scenario 1, you have a net worth now of $453,000. Scenario 2, all you have is the equity in your home. Scenario 3, where you've continued to make that $1,000 payment into your the stock market account with your financial planner. Now you've got almost $526,000 in net worth. In rent, you're now at if you're renting, you're a little over $200,000.
And now let's look at what it looks like in 15 years.
Scenario 1, $700,000 in net worth. Scenario 3, $882. You're getting close to $1 million in net worth just from how you decide to finance your home and what you choose to do with the seed money or the net equity that you may have. So it does make a difference in what you do with the money that you choose to invest.
Now, after seeing all of this, which option do you think is the smartest thing to do financially? Has your lender discussed any of these options with you or your clients? If you're a homeowner, a home buyer, or a realtor, and your lender has reviewed this with you, well, that's fantastic. But if they haven't, and you think you would benefit from me personally analyzing your numbers, I'd be happy to do it for you, because I would love to see you get well informed to where you can make the best financial decisions for you and your family. Our goal is to deliver great content to you and your clients so you can learn something important and also have a very smooth mortgage experience. Now, everybody here at the Wolf Group joins me in thanking you for your time, and always remember, have a great day.